Hey guys, Lawrence here from Unicorn Reviews, and today we're doing something a little bit differently. We're looking at the Rolfstone Focus. These are active noise cancelling wireless Bluetooth headphones. So first things first, these are only 150 euros, which is about half what you expect to pay with Sennheiser or Sony or any of the higher end stuff, like also the Microsoft Surface headphones, for example. But they have a very similar feature set, just at a much lower price. Now, first things first, I haven't charged mine since I got them a month ago, which is nuts. The battery life, they claim 70 hours. I haven't been able to try it yet because I just charged them when I got them and I've been using them ever since. So the battery life on these is insane. Inside the box, you actually get a carrying pouch. But it's massive. It's the size of my head and I don't exactly have a small head. And then in here, this is like a die cut foam, and you get like product manuals in different languages and warranty stuff in different languages. It's pretty crazy how well packaged this is for a product that you're pretty much only going to buy on the internet. They could have just put it in a brown box, and maybe I would have preferred that, and maybe it could have been 145 euros at that price. Now, something I have to say with this very nice carrying pouch is, again, it is huge. Why is there no headphones in there, you ask? Well, I've got the headphones here. As you can see, it is supposed to go in like this. However, and this is actually something I only noticed like 2 weeks into testing this product, but you can fold these in, and then they take up about half the size of the box. So maybe for backpack users you'll prefer the pouch, but I guess if you're someone who puts their headphones in a pouch or a handbag, maybe you would just prefer a half the size of this sort of carrying case for your headphones. In the pouch you'll find a very short USB-C cable. As you can see, this is about 50 centimeters, I guess. And I want to talk about something a little strange with these headphones. You see, they are nicely labeled, right ear, left ear. And so you put them on just like that. And now I can hardly hear you without them even being on. So they're very, very good at quietening the ambient noise, even without the active noise cancelling. But now that the headphones are on, I want to turn them on. And that's kind of where, to me personally, the problems start with this headphone. The power on button is here at the top, and it's hidden behind the little hinge mechanism. So if I want to turn it on, there we go, it should be on. And then it actually, nope, it's not on. So then I have to try again. Now it's on. And then it actually tells you power on, audio connected, that sort of stuff. But it's really hard to do that when you can't have them on your head while listening to what's happening at the same time. And the weirdness doesn't stop there. So it has a massive 70-hour claimed battery life, and they also claim you can charge 2 hours of listening in 10 minutes. But we all know there is going to be some moment in time where you want to listen to these while charging. Now, the charging port is up here on top of the ear cup. So when you're doing this, you just look like a total idiot. Maybe you have a chest pocket where you can put in a battery bank or something, but come on. This just really isn't the way I like to charge my headphones. And this is really something that I don't understand why they did it like this. I guess it makes the bottom look very nice and clean and smooth and all that, but from a usability standpoint, these weird button and charge port locations just don't make any sense whatsoever. But anyway, about the headband, it's adjustable, nicely well-defined steps. You can go massive, so look at how massive you can go, or you can go small. And even on the smallest setting, with my relatively big head, it's perhaps a bit up high, but it's still fine. The clamping force is what I would call medium clamping. They're pretty comfortable, although the ear cups, depending on what size your ears are, may be a little bit too small. So if you have very large ears, it will be more of an on ear than an over ear. You can, like, you know, wedge your ear in there and just crumble it up a little bit inside the cup. But I would prefer if it was slightly bigger, just for me personally and my sort of ear shape and size. The cups are deep enough though, That's something I really like because your ear doesn't really touch the plastic protection over the driver, so that's good. What Rolfstone does get really right on the usability aspect is the touchpad built into the right ear cup. Basically, you can double tap to play or pause, and then you can just swipe forwards or backwards in order to play the next song, the previous song, which usually results in repeating the song you're already playing. You can swipe up to increase the volume, swipe down to decrease the volume. You can also just double tap to answer a phone call, and there are, I think it was 4 or 5 microphones in here to give you decent audio when doing voice calls. And you're listening to it right now. This is what your voice will sound like when you're in a Skype call or whatever sort of voice chatting or video conferencing software you're using. This is what your voice will sound like over the headphones. I have put mine in ambient mode, and what I will notice and what I will say to you guys is there's a bit of like white noise in the background. I can hear my own voice very clearly, but perhaps a slightly bit robotically as well, and there is definitely some noise when I completely shut up. This is a very quiet room, and the headphone feels like it's trying to overcompensate for noise that isn't there. So that's just something I wanted to tell you. Now, the strange thing here is there is one button here, and this button will help you cycle between the different sound modes. So normal audio, active noise cancelling, or ambient mode enabled. And so that is really handy. You can also use this one to have your assistant. So if you want to go, okay Google, or hey Siri, or Alexa. I just wanted to upset everyone equally if you're listening on speaker, sorry guys. But that's what this button does. It's great that it's an easy to access button, and I don't think it would have hurt them to put the power button next to it. Come on, it would have been so much easier than having that power button hidden up here. Now, the average headphone buyer can be split up into 2 categories. The first would be the person wearing them just because they look cool. I kind of like the look of these, the full matte black but slightly shiny up top. It looks kind of cool, this headphone, but very basic, understated, so it's not really going to be a fashion statement or anything. So I think it's more important to move on to that second category, which is the sound quality enjoyer. People who just want to listen to good music. And I have to say, for 150 euros with ambient modes and noise cancelling and just normal headphone functionality, they're actually really good. The sound quality, I can enjoy it. It's not the clearest, it's not the sharpest, but again, it's a Bluetooth headphone. You're never going to get the very best headphone sound quality because a wire and a headphone jack will always be better. I may eat my words in a few years, but at the moment, for a Bluetooth headphone, these are actually really good. And I really enjoy listening to them. I can't really say anything special about the bass or the mids or the high trebles, because everything is kind of equally good. It's a very well balanced headphone. No like serious problems that I notice when listening to them. Perhaps I would like the mids to be a bit clearer, because I always do. I kind of like the inversed V shape, I guess the A shape sort of headphone. But I do really enjoy listening to music on them. And again, they are much more affordable than what the competition is offering. And so to put a conclusion to this video, I really enjoy using these. I will continue to use these. Now, I didn't buy these. These were provided to me by Rolfstone to make this video. However, I'm happy with them. It was a bit difficult for me making this video because they don't really stand out in any sort of special way, and because I get them for free, I didn't really have this thing where, okay, I just saved 200 euros over the Sony equivalents, for example. But I think as an actual paying customer, you'll definitely enjoy these, and you'll also really enjoy the sort of service that Rolfstone does and the warranty and everything being nice and easy to use. If you order these, you'll get them the next day. That's like some sort of warranty they offer. It's so awesome to have just a good product backed up by a good company with good people working there. However, it's not perfect. Again, the user experience, why is the case not this size instead of this size? It's a bit weird. And also, please guys, put the button somewhere else.